I was just looking at the data yesterday. The craziest part about this is, specifically within the Philadelphia market, our market is hot as ever,
Mm,
residentially speaking. Commercial, not so much.
okay.
So what I see happening is commercial. I see an overall change in terms of what's happening with commercial property, right? So I've been blessed enough to kind of like speak all across the world in terms of real estate. So last year I spoke in Australia, and this change was happening even there, and as well as here in our country last year.
Mm,
Commercial space was being used different. What I didn't know until I did the research at the time was, specifically within here in Philadelphia, a lot of our office space is used by law firms, right?
wow. Okay.
A lot of our office space, the majority of our office space in Philadelphia is used by law firms in terms of, quote unquote office space, not industrial and not retail, but office space. And what's going on is, even before COVID, there were more people working from home. And also because of cloud computing, there was less space needed for literal files.
Right.
A lot of the space that the offices would take up would be rooms for files.
Big file
That
cabinets. Yeah.
yeah. So and you worked in finance, so a lot of even within the finance sector, a lot of the files now have moved to the cloud. So how we use space is changing, but the space still has value for other reasons. We just see shifts in how space is used. So what's happening commercially now is you'll see multi-use buildings being built. There was one big one just built at like Broad in Washington. So now you'll see like residential condos within the building with retail on the first floor and restaurants. That is kind of changing how space is used. You're getting to live in buildings now that have like a full experience where you can go shopping in your building, you can go get something to eat downstairs, and you can be back upstairs. So that's kind of what's going on commercially. So space is just changing. You
Hmm.
see what's going on with the malls. The malls are changing, right? I was looking up Pennsylvania Real Estate Investment Trust, one of the biggest REITs, and they own Morristown Mall. They're making the decision to knock that down and build residential properties because the
Wow.
residential market is booming and the big malls are just gone. But, if you remember, there was a time when big malls like weren't even a thing. And then like, throughout the late 70s, 80s, they became a thing. So space is just changing, but it will still become valuable. You'll see a lot more industrial spaces being built from e-commerce platforms trying to have areas that they can put their goods and services and then have delivered to you. The gig
Perfect.
economy is booming with people delivering groceries, delivering clothes. So now you'll see big industrial spaces be utilized a different way. So space will always have value, but how we use it will change based upon what's going on in the world.